Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2016 German Open here in Berlin. I'm Adam Bobrow, your commentator, and right now on screen, we've got an exciting match ahead. On right, in red, Ma Long, the Dragon, world ranked #1, the top seed in this tournament, and the most unbeatable player on the planet. And his opponent started off playing in China, I think was legalized in Japan by the age of 24. Kaii YOSHIDA, currently world ranked number 35, the 50th seed in this tournament. When the seedings were done, was much lower ranked, but doesn't have quite as much exposure to the tournament scene. Managed to beat Marcos Freitas in the last round, one of the top 10 in the world. One of the top 2 players in Europe outside of Timo Boll. Actually, it's a pretty tough match in the European, I guess it was in the German league. Champions League, possibly. So Marcos Freitas, 3 straight games over Timo Boll. Head umpire, Pietro De Pinto right there. But Kaii YOSHIDA, either way, has had a very strong tournament so far. I was able to watch him play Michael Paikov. There's Torstein Runningen. So Kaii YOSHIDA very comfortable off the table. A lot of power fishing after several fishing shots. Sometimes a lob it, counterattack with the forehand. Chinese pen-hold game you'll be able to see here. And earlier in the day when Koki Niwa was playing, I accidentally labeled his coach Taisei Kunihito. It was Yosuke Kurashima, the head coach, but now assistant coach Taisei Kunihito. Appears to be in the corner. Ma Long under Xiao Jian, personal coach for Zhang Jike. So both of these players undefeated in this tournament. Ma Long took pretty much everything last year. For those of you who haven't seen any of his matches in 2015, they're outstanding to watch, of course. The German Open, the defending champion from this tournament, Ma Long, is also the world champion from 2015, the Men's World Cup champion. Also won the Kuwait Open, the China Open, the male table tennis star, 2015. And there's Kaii YOSHIDA on screen. Kaii YOSHIDA, 34 years old. Ma Long is 27. They've played 3 times before. Ma Long has won all 3 of those. It's going to be interesting to see how the styles match up here. Again, Ma Long does not have many holes in his game. Kaii YOSHIDA, fast off the bounce play. Strong forehand, plays the angles well. Still in very strong shape. And that is somewhat of an antiquated style in the men's game for table tennis. Liu Guoliang, the innovator of the reverse penhold backhand. We don't see too many male players playing with the same side of the racket on the backhand, traditional Chinese penhold. He Jiwon, playing for Spain, known as Juanito in Spain, is one of the last playing this style. So Ma Long was able to play Jonathan Groth earlier from Denmark. Jonathan Groth improving a whole lot in the last year, has sort of made a name after the World Championships, pulling off some big upsets. Ma Long beat him 4-0 and held him to some pretty low numbers as well. You can see the highlights. Jonathan Groth was playing well, but Ma Long was just on an entirely different level. Hasn't lost a game in the main draw, which is where he started after playing Koki Niwa as well, winning 4-0, pulling off an 11-1 victory in Game 3. Kaii YOSHIDA took down Lee Song-soo, powerful player who beat Dmitry Ovtcharov at the World Championships last year, and then Marcos Freitas in the next round. But the task at hand, world ranked #1, Ma Long. Starts it off with the fast serve to the short side of the table. Showing some bold, fearless play out here. Ma Long quick to get there and take the first point. And the backhand, Kim Tak-soo style. Good old ripping backhand, not a punch, but from down low. There were 2 short shots in this rally from Yoshida. Showed impressive touch and then heavy spin to start off, initiating the attack. Very subtle contact from Ma Long. He's fooled several people with that underspin serve. And that far from the table, it's going to be tough with Ma Long's speed and precision to really cover the ground needed. And this ball's still spinning sideways, just catching the outside of it. Talked about the agility in Ma Long, including his wrist, from inside out forehands to hooking forehands. Yoshida covering the middle well, 2 shots in a row. Bit of side spin on the first one, and the punch, the counter shot from Yoshida on the second. The receive game is going to be crucial here for Yoshida. Little help from the top of the net. Slows the ball down, breaks the rhythm. Outstanding block with the backhand. A deep serve into the body from Kaii Yoshida, and Ma Long getting the rip. And he has to play that ball aggressively right down the line for it to not come back. Smart idea. Fast long serve into the body. We've seen 3 long serves already from Yoshida. Trying to get quickly into the rally. Element of surprise. Short side of the table. A whole lot of work to get the upper body out of the way. Played from the middle on the backhand side. Yoshida plays the short side of the table. Step around. And again, not just getting to the ball and hitting it, but hitting it to a precise location to challenge your opponent. Now the racket's quite light if you don't have rubber on both sides. As long as one side is red and one side is black. Kaii Yoshida is not able to hit it with the black side of the racket as there is no rubber on it. But he's going to have a little bit more racket speed. I guess the potential for it anyway with a lighter racket. Ma Long obviously quite excellent shape. There was the racket speed, cross court. But the serve set up the third ball. Fools Ma Long a little bit, gets it from over the table. Ma Long making an excellent shot to the short side of the table, and YOSHIDA right there to hit it the other way. Look at this. Short stroke squatting to the ground to the open table. Just a brilliant play from YOSHIDA. And this is the sort of anticipation he's going to have out here. It's tied at 7-all. A difficult decision to make. Even if that ball comes down on the table, at best you can hope that Ma Long's going to have trouble dealing with an awkward ball, but bit of a chop block on the forehand side. Ma Long setting up the attack again. Just missing the back edge of the table. YOSHIDA pushed into submission after a half-long serve with a little bit of topspin on it. Gave Ma Long the third ball attack. Oh, the short side of the table. The fast, long serve to the backhand side. This time, Ma Long making even better of it. Watch this again. Fearless. Look at where the two bounces are. One right near his side of the table and the other one in the very deep part of the corner on the sideline, and still a forehand for Ma Long. So now 3 game points for the Dragon. YOSHIDA with his second serve. Long push and a deep loop from Ma Long to take game 1 after being tied at 7-all. 4 straight points. And world rank number 1 starts off taking game 1. We'll be back for game 2 just after this. And the players are back for game 2. Ma Long leading 1-0 over YOSHIDA. And again, you don't get to see many players playing the same style as YOSHIDA anymore, especially not young and fit ones. But Ma Long really running away from 7-7 in game 1, handling the long serves better. Side spin rally initiated by YOSHIDA. Just thinking to myself, when Ma Long received that serve, or the third ball attack anyway, point is definitely over and the ball came right back. YOSHIDA's up to the task. Strong receive, half long push on the backhand side. Quick off the bounce. Now, one thing that pen holders have that shakehand players don't is the racket head is naturally down. Can be very useful in flipping, short play over the table. The first backhand punch was the most powerful of all of them. After that, it just seemed like Ma Long really took control of the rally. Just missing in the lob shot. An attempted Ma Long style shot to the short side. And this time, to save a little bit of footwork, Yoshida makes a shot across his body. Compromises the quality of the shot a little bit, but at least he's in position to cover the forehand. Again, pros and cons to every shot. Exciting match on table 2 just finished. I won't tell you the results. I'll let you watch it online live. I guess not live. And the racket has been switched. Oh, just missing the back edge. You can see the twist right there, the red rubber out. Bit of side spin on that ball from Ma Long as well. Makes it difficult to guide back to the table. Long kicking serve. How often do you see that? A ball not touched by Ma Long. I guess that's technically an ace, unless I missaw it. Looked like Ma Long was maybe coming in for a short receive with the backhand on the forehand side, then kicking deep in the backhand. There are many things that Ma Long is, but comfortable near the table with where the table is. Ma Long manages to keep his balance while still getting around the back corner on the forehand side. So last game was tied up at 7 points each. Right now, Kaii Yoshida a little bit behind where he was. And not quite finding a winning recipe in this game. Oh, beautiful shot. Ma Long waiting patiently. Kaii Yoshida putting a little bit of spin, a little top spin and a little side. This one has a lot of side spin. Ma Long takes it right off the bounce. You can see the racket head just turning from this camera angle under the table to keep some top spin on the ball from Kaii Yoshida. Punch shot with the backhand down the line. Still a ways to go, but it's shots like that. He needs to see the opportunity early and take it. Spin shot from down low at table height. The body language of Ma Long. Again, every single point matters for him. Now, in the history of Ma Long and Zhang Jike, friends off the table, but rivals when it comes to the match. It used to be Zhang Jike who would pull through when the matches were more important. 2015, Ma Long turned that around. But this is 4 straight points for Kaii Yoshida, down 3-9. And getting Ma Long back off the table, most people, even when Ma Long is back off the table, don't have much of a chance to win the point, forehand or backhand side. Ma Long is just too threatening. No way, huge shot, and what a recovery from Ma Long. Could have been a 1-point game. And that is the type of play that world #1 and not many other people can do. Look at this shot. Recovered, back on defense, and a short stroke out to the open court with side spin on it as well. Ma Long does on 1 foot what most people can't accomplish in a lifetime on all 4s. Not that that would be helpful. Here we go, 3 game points for Ma Long. Break off the top of the net, but it doesn't matter. Use the top of the net, use the edge of the table, use whatever you have to. It's another 11-7 victory for the man of 2015. And so far, the man of 2016, the Dragon, Ma Long, leading 2-0. Will be back for game 3 just after this. And as the players come back, Ma Long leading 2-0. I've said it once and I'll say it again, whether it's deuce in the 7th or 4 straight games, just watching Ma Long play is enough reason for everyone in this arena to be entertained right now. Not too many people are fun to watch in a blowout, but Ma Long just redefining what is physically possible in the sport of table tennis. Kaii Yoshida now starting off game 3 with the serve. That's some racket speed right there from Yoshida. Arm looking like a tornado, but still not able to put it down. The snap backhand of Ma Long. He's got different shots coming into him. A little bit less rotation on it than usual from Yoshida's backhand. Again, with the traditional Chinese penhold game, not able to generate quite as much spin on the backhand side. Almost brings it back, but Ma Long down the short side of the table. We got to see one earlier, an ace, Dmitry Ovtcharov. This one, not even right on the line, but still fast enough and deep enough to cause trouble to the fast-footed Yoshida. First backhand had a little more juice on it. Second one, not enough to get over the net. And the flat-hitting counter forehand doesn't go over. Ma Long in the backhand-to-backhand rally, not afraid to turn the corner. Although on a few occasions, Yoshida's given him a reason to hesitate. Touch shot from down below the net on the side of the table, but Ma Long taking it exactly the opposite way. Little break here. Another one to the short side and inside out. Ma Long apologizing for the top of the net. Yoshida sort of faking the behind the back attempt, but no chance. Ball's just out of reach. And after several powerful shots, not phased. Ma Long just staying cool behind the table. Look at this. Big one comes right back. And even from a step behind the table, Ma Long's blocks fast enough to not allow time for Kaii Yoshida to recover and hit it again. You can see the wheels turning. He's got the ideas, but just not a lot right now to take down world rank #1. from over the table to get that much speed on the shot. That shot felt like it could have ended a counter looping rally, and it was a receive. And he slapped himself in the face. Ma Long does not wait to punish himself. Again, we talked about his high standards. Decisions. I don't think that'll keep him up at night. From down below the table, look at the legs working on Ma Long. Steps back, ready to come back in. Had the racket head down like he was going to be fishing the next ball up. This sometimes comes with the comfort of a 5-point lead. Now 6. Excellent shot off the bounce. Kaii YOSHIDA breaking it wide. Saw a little apology there. Not sure if it caught the edge of the table. Fans from the United States. And the fast, long serve, ambitious. YOSHIDA's done it effectively deep into the backhand. Every once in a while, if he can mix it up with one short to the forehand or even fast down the forehand line. But it's 6 game points for Ma Long right now. Forehand flip goes out, and this game was more Ma Long than the first 2. After 11-7 and 11-7, it's 11-4. We'll see what happens in game 4. If we get any exhibition points or if Ma Long turns up the creativity. Either way, game 4 just after this. And we're back for game 4. Kaii YOSHIDA in blue at the top of the screen, dropping the towel off in the bin. Ma Long sitting at the bottom of the screen, but the top of the world right there. And that's him, the North Pole of table tennis, Ma Long, the dragon. Starting off with the serve in game 4. 3-0 lead right now, love all. Tough to see Kaii YOSHIDA's reaction. Maybe a let was agreed on early on. Either way, the umpire called the let. Now, this is one thing that both Ma Long and Zhang Jike do very well, is use the back and the legs to really get some extra power into that backhand, some extra spin as well. It's a little bit different footwork and body language from Ma Long, trying to spin it up from down below. Could be creative leeway and confidence here with the lead. Serve drift just a little too long. And if Ma Long sees an extra inch on the ball, he's all over it. Gonna take it for a mile. That deep loop into the backhand. Heavy topspin, deep on the table. Kaii YOSHIDA not really in a position to get much power back on the counter. You can see the attempts, backhand to backhand. It just feels like, I don't know if anyone out there ever boxed with their father when they were a little kid. The dad would just let you hit him as hard as you want. Didn't really affect him. Sort of what the second to last rally felt like. Sort of let the opponent tire out, stay in control close to the table. Still holding on to the lead, but Ma Long testing the waters, playing a little differently out here. Beautiful shot down the line. Kaii YOSHIDA taking it off the bounce quickly. Turns to the crowd and his coach gives a good old fist pump. There's the punch down the line. Ma Long seems like he still might have a chance to get that ball. I think if it were the World Championships, and this is the mini World Championships, or a closer match, he might actually get that next shot. If this is only going to go 4 games, you sort of hope you get to see Ma Long hit some trick shots. If it's going to go more, I'd love to see the comeback attempt here. I guess it's tough to imagine Kaii YOSHIDA taking this to a 7th game at this point. Still in game 4. Unbelievable. Half long, completely froze Kaii YOSHIDA. Second guessing himself a few times on this receive. Long, no, it's going to be short. And then Ma Long, look at that. Full stroke out to the open court. No chance. Excellent spin shot just off the back edge of the table. When Ma Long is winning the points, they just seem so spectacular. But some of the ends are coming loose here in the in-between points. Kaii YOSHIDA quite close. And suddenly it's tied up at 6 points each. Remember, last game was 11-4 for Ma Long. So Kaii YOSHIDA already has 2 bonus points compared to his allowance last game. Another father-son reference between the boxing and the allowance out here. It's a smart setup. Long push, heavy underspin at least slows down the attack. Creates a more predictable shot out of Ma Long. And now YOSHIDA in the leader. Hit way behind him again. The receive not deep enough or low enough. It's going to be short. It's going to have to be lower. Ma Long from over the table. Not a bad receive, but at this level with Ma Long on the other side of the table, not even close. Top of the net, trickles over. Kaii YOSHIDA back into the lead. Just climbing over the net for an 8-7 lead. And those are the biggest shots you can see from a backhand in that style. From off the table, he knows he has to keep the pressure on, can't just float it back. Gets the first one on. Sort of cool to see that shot still being used in 2016. Seen a lot of the highlight videos again. Kim Tak-soo, Yoonam Kyu, J-Pen players from Korea. I guess Yoonam Kyu, just traditional Chinese pen hold. But Ma Long back in the lead now. 2 points away from moving on. Coach Tase Kunihito there in the corner for Kaii YOSHIDA. And from back off the table, manages to stay in the point. A kicking topspin. And from a body language standpoint, Ma Long, we've seen exhaling a little bit late in this game. Could it be nerves? Anything to slow down the confidence of Ma Long gives Kaii YOSHIDA that much more of a chance. Look where he's standing. 10 feet behind the table, squatting to the ground. And the counter-looping forehand game, that's where it's at for YOSHIDA. At least the forehand part anyway. And it's game point for Kaii YOSHIDA. After losing the last game 11-4, he now has a game point and a second serve to take it. Remember, Ma Long has not lost a game yet this tournament. Oh, the fast down the line ace attempt, and it goes off. Hitting the head. Hindsight is 20/20. It's easy to look back and say that didn't work, I regret it. But you know what? It was a bold attempt. Would have been an awesome way to win the game. And who knows, he could have lost the point just as easily, serving half long, deep to the backhand. Just too wide. Ma Long playing the angle again. And now it's game/match point for Ma Long. After saving a game point and winning a deuce point. Strong effort, but a very frustrated Kaii YOSHIDA goes down in the fourth game, the closest game yet, losing 10-12, and a strong tournament for Kaii YOSHIDA, but a stronger tournament for Ma Long as he continues on to the men's singles semifinals, and he'll be fighting to retain his title from last year on the very first Super Series of the year, the German Open 2016. Coming up next, we've got Chuang Chi-Yuan, last week's Ask a Pro Anything star, versus Dmitry Ovcharov, Dima, who did his Ask a Pro Anything right here in Germany last year. So while you have a break, check out the Ask a Pro Anythings for Chuang Chi-Yuan and for Dmitry Ovcharov. Get a chance to laugh with them, enjoy their personalities, and come right back to watch them battle it out in a fierce all-business match just after this. You're watching the German Open 2016.
Wir bereiten uns vor auf die beiden Höhepunkte des Abends. Wir erwarten zunächst Dmitry Ovcharov und danach